been a controversial issue during the 21st century. Some people believe it is a real issue caused by humans, while others think it is a natural process that we can stop or control. The truth is that global warming is a real issue and it's affecting us. So we have to start acting now before it is too late. The temperature of the Earth is controlled by the greenhouse gases, which are the ones that allow energy from the sun and keep the energy in the atmosphere, warming up the Earth and maintaining its average temperature. The excess of these gases cause an overwarming of the Earth, causing climate changes.
Basically, it is not possible to reproduce the Earth's climate without including the input of human-emitted greenhouse gases to the atmosphere. So the deduction there is that if humans hadn't contributed the greenhouse gases to the atmosphere, then there's no way we would have got warming. We can now show this. We know that human emissions or greenhouse gas emissions are accumulating in the atmosphere. Nobody doubts that. And here we statistically show that without those emissions, there's no way that we can explain the climate patterns on Earth. And these are coming from the largest computers that we have essentially on Earth. There's many unknowns with this, but right now anybody that you talk to, and there's generally an international consensus, countries signing treaties basically saying yes, we now accept that humans are responsible for the dramatic changes in climate that we're seeing, and we need to do something about it. Okay, so the only people that are not saying that are people essentially funded by oil industry, the coal industry, the car manufacturers, and people of big industry that have a lot to lose. And so basically, from that you can read that some of the science, or so-called science, that's coming out is heavily biased by people's financial gains from those industries, and that's been well and truly proven over time. So I guess that's it in a nutshell. Is that basically to repeat the Earth's climate that we've seen, especially over the last 150 years. There's no way that the best computer models on Earth that we all utilise can do that without adding greenhouse gas emissions from humans.
Dr. Craig has also studied the greenhouse gas effect that is said to be the primary cause of global warming.
The greenhouse effect is really pretty simple to understand, but quite complex to really get down into the details of it all. But essentially what happens is that as radiation from the sun comes through the Earth's atmosphere, it's either absorbed on the surface of the Earth. So we all know that black surfaces, for example, get very hot during the summer, whereas white surfaces remain fairly cool. Or that radiation is reflected back into space. Now, as that reflected radiation goes back into space, it's trapped. Some of it becomes trapped within the Earth's atmosphere, in the Earth's greenhouse. Okay, so the Earth's greenhouse is very important for maintaining the Earth at the temperature that we know it now. If we didn't have the Earth's greenhouse, we would be living on a very icy and very, very cold planet. So this naturally occurring effect on the Earth is incredibly important. Now, the important thing to note here is that there's different greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. And you don't have to have a lot of gas in the atmosphere, greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, to have a very, very big impact. Right? Now, for example, there's only, in the atmosphere right now, there's only something like 370 parts per million of the atmosphere is actually carbon dioxide. Okay, so it's a very, very small percentage of the Earth's atmosphere that's actually greenhouse gases. So if we change those concentrations of gases even slightly, that's going to dramatically alter this greenhouse effect that we have on the Earth. Now, things that alter that are things like volcanic eruptions, large forest fires, and things like that cause changes in the greenhouse gas concentrations in the atmosphere. But of course, most recently, the big concern is the amount of emissions that humans are actually pumping up into space. And so, due to human activities alone, for example, the past say past 250 years, we've almost doubled the CO2 concentration in the atmosphere purely as a result of the allocation of that carbon on Earth. So we're taking it away from where that carbon's underground and can't affect the Earth's greenhouse effect, and then burning that carbon energy to create energy, but then releasing CO2 as a byproduct. So we're dramatically altering the Earth's atmosphere, and quite frankly, once you have a very basic knowledge of the Earth's greenhouse effect, it doesn't take very much to realise that how sensitive the Earth system really is to change. And so I mean, we should be asking, why didn't the change occur sooner, not later, as a result of the greenhouse effect? So it always surprises me that people seem amazed or intrigued or surprised or sort of taken aback that humans have the capacity to change this Earth's climate. Well, it absolutely is true. We don't have to do that much to cause a massive environmental change on this planet. So that's basically how it works.
The issue of global warming is not only a scientific or political issue. It affects everybody's everyday life. Whether global warming is caused by humans or not, we must take precautions and do our best to help the environment.